Kristen Welker is the moderator of Meet the Press. Kristen, good morning. So obviously, one step at a time here. We've got Trump and Zelenskyy meeting tomorrow. But then there's all this talk of a potential trilateral meeting between Russia, the U.S., and Ukraine. Kristen, what's it going to take to make that happen? How quickly could it happen?
Well, Joe, President Trump has said that he would like to see that meeting between himself, President Putin, and President Zelenskyy as soon as possible. But you're absolutely right. Everything is riding on Monday. Will President Trump be able to move these discussions forward? He said in an interview his message to Zelenskyy is going to be make a deal. But I can tell you, I've been talking to European sources throughout the course of the weekend. They are quite concerned about the state of play right now. The fact that President Trump abandoned his goal of getting a ceasefire agreement during that Friday meeting with President Putin. He's now moved to trying to get a broader peace deal. Why is that significant? Well, they believe it effectively gives President Putin a green light to continue dropping bombs and could potentially give him more leverage. We are learning, though, overnight, based on conversations familiar with sources familiar with the conversation, that President Trump is open to a NATO-like security agreement for Ukraine. There's also talk, though, that Putin wants to keep all of the land that he's illegally claimed. Will that be a non-starter for President Zelenskyy, who has long said he is not going to allow Putin to keep that land? We will be watching all of that and discussing all of that coming up on the program today, Joe.
A lot to talk about, Kristen. Thank you so much. We look forward to more this morning on Meet the Press. Kristen is joined by Secretary of State Marco Rubio and Democratic Senator Chris Murphy of Connecticut.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.